Hello everyone, welcome back to the lecture. This video we are learning trigonometry trig functions. In trig functions, let's do a little bit review. We have learned that if I have a right triangle, what's the relationship between three sides? If I have the length, here is A, here is B, and hypotenuse, or I say that's the longest side or longest leg is the hypotenuse C. We're having the relationship A squared plus B squared plus equals C squared. How about find the distance between 2 points if in the xy coordinate plane? I have x, I have y here, and I have 2 points, for example. I have these 2 points, and here is x sub 1, y sub 1, and another point is x sub 2, y sub 2. How to find the distance between these 2 points? Must be a straight segment. We're having a formula. So is the distance between the point P and point R is square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared. For example, I have 2 points. They are, the first point is 1, 2. Second point is 2, 3. Maybe first one is 1, 2. Second one is 2, 3. Here, 2 points. Find the distance between these 2 points. So I can have the distance equals square root of. So x sub 2, use this one, subtract the first one. So 2 minus 1 squared plus 3 minus 2 squared. 3 minus 2 squared. Let's do the simplification. That's square root of 1 squared plus 1 squared. That's square root of 2. That means the distance between these 2 points is square root of 2. How about if I have an angle in the standard position? For example, in the previous lecture, we have learned this is the initial side, and then I do the rotation to the counterclockwise rotation. I got my terminal side, and then there is a point on my terminal side. Can you find the distance between the vertex O to the point P? What is the coordinate of the vertex O? 0, 0, 0, right? That means if I'm using this formula, the distance between the P and O, or O and P, it doesn't matter, OP or PO, because it doesn't matter which one goes first. Then I put it in the formula. So use x sub 2 minus x sub 1, because I know x sub 1 is 0, because one value is 0. So use this x minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared. I'm having x squared plus y squared. Oh, next time, if I have a point on the terminal side, for example, the point P's coordinate is 2, 3, for example, and then I can find the distance between this point to the origin, or the vertex point 0, 0. So the distance, or we use the symbol R represent the distance from the point here to 0. R equals square root of 2 squared. That is the x squared plus y squared, 3 squared. So we have 4 plus 9. That is 13. So square root 13 is the distance between the point to the origin. All right, you can memorize the formula here. So this is a formula. All right, trigonometric functions. Now we are learning something important for this subject. So I'm introducing 6 trig functions. There are sines, cosines, tangent, cosecant, secant, cotangent. And these 6 functions, they can represent by the x, y, and r. What is the x and y? X and y, they are the coordinates of the point on the terminal side. So for example, if my terminal side is 3, it doesn't matter, 3, 2, so x is 3, y is 2, and then r is square root of x squared plus y squared. Put the xy inside. That's a 3 squared plus 2 squared. That is square root of 13. So if I have the x, y, and r's value, I plug it into the function sine theta equals y over r, cosine theta equals x over r. I can find the value of these 6 trig functions. So that will be very interesting. And we will use these 6 functions, trig functions, very often in the semesters. So let's introduce them individually. So sine theta. Theta is the angle created by the rotation. So for example, in the on the xy plane, here is the initial side. And then this is my terminal side. This is a theta, and this is a point on the terminal side. We call it x, y. So sine theta equals y over r. Cosine theta equals x over r, the value of the x here. And tangent theta equals y over x. Why there is a restriction for the x is not equal to 0? Because x is here at the bottom. And for the previous 2, we have the r at the bottom. R is always be a positive number. It's a distance. It will not have any 0 value. So I didn't worried about the r for the first 2 functions. But for the third function, y over x tangent theta equals y over x. So x is not equal to 0. If it's 0, bottom equals 0 is undefined expression. And the next one is cosecant, CSC theta. Cosecant is reciprocal of sine theta. So sine and cosecant, they are coupled. So you see y over r. And now we have r over y. So they are reciprocal of each other. So they are a couple of each other. And here we have restriction, y is not equal to 0. Next one, secant theta is the couple of cosine. They're reciprocal of each other. Secant theta equals r over x. And restriction is x is not equal to 0. Cotangent theta. Cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent. So cotangent theta equals x over y. Y is not equal to 0. All right, let's see the example 1. Given the point, the value is 8, 15. That means x value is given, y's value is also given. Find the 6 trig functions. So you should memorize these 6 functions and maybe pull out a scratch paper and write them a couple times on the paper every day. All right, find the 6 trig functions. So finding the 6 trig functions, we must know x, y, and r's value. What is the r? R is distance from the point to 0, and it has the formula r equals square root of x squared plus y squared. And the y and x and y, they are given. They are 8 squared plus 15 squared. That's square root 64 plus 225. And what is that? is 289, and that is that is 17. So I have the r's value is 17. So x equals 8, y equals 15, r equals 17. Now I can list all 6 trig functions. So the graph is very helpful, you see, give us some ideas. Where is the point? And then by the point, you can make a right triangle. And then the 17 equals square root of x squared plus y squared. You can also just find our result looking at the picture. All right, let's see what is the sine theta. Not always we say the angle is theta. Sometimes we say angle A, angle B, angle alpha, beta, or omega. So sine theta equals y over r. So y, oh, there's a typo here. So y is 15, r is 17. So we're done. How about the cosine? Cosine theta. Cosine theta equals x over r. So x equals 8, r is 17. And how about tangent? Tangent theta equals y over x. Y is 8. Oh, sorry. Y is 15. Y is 15. What is the x? X is 8. So tangent theta equals 15 over 8. Why I'm listing these 3? Because I know another 3, they are reciprocal of these 3. I don't need to memorize some formula again. I just flip the fraction. So the couple of the sign is cosecant. Cosecant theta equals r over y. Or if you ignore this step, you just flip the fraction. I got 17 over 15. But I encourage you to memorize the formula. That's r over y. All right. Okay, let's see. What is the next? So cosine's couple is secant. Secant theta equals r over x. So that is 17 over 8. And the couple of tangent is cotangent. Cotangent theta equals x over y. So that is 8 over 15. Yeah, I'm looking at my cheat sheet. If I have any mistake, no mistake. All right, we listed all 6 trig functions. Let's try next one. So next one, for example, the question doesn't provide you the graph. How should I graph my own image or find my picture of and help me solve the 6 trig functions? So fine, first plot the point, -3, -4. So where is -3? For example, it's -3, this is -4. So the point is here. Then I need to connect the origin and the point here. So this represents the terminal side of my theta. So this is the initial. I'm not really good at drawing, and this pen is not very helpful. make a straight lines. So the initial to terminal, this is theta. And then what should I do next? I need to find the r between the 0 and the terminal side. It's very messy. Let's come back to see the picture provided by the textbook. All right, let's find the r. So now I have the x equals -3, y equals -4. How to find the r? R equals square root of x squared plus y squared. Put the xy inside. So x is -3 squared and y is -4 squared. So I'm having Square root of 9 plus 16. That's square root of 25. That is 5. So R is 5. Now let's find the 6 trig functions. So sine theta equals y over r. So y is -4, r is 5. That's -4 over 5. And cosine theta equals x over r. What is the x? X is -3 over 5. So it's -3 over 5. How about tangent? Tangent theta equals y over x. What is the y? Y is -4. X equals -3. It's +4 over 3. So we have 3 trig functions. We can find their reciprocals. Sine theta's reciprocal is cosecant. So cosecant theta equals r over y. You can flip the value here. You can say -5 over 4. And the secant is a reciprocal of cosine. It's r over x. That's -5 over 3. Just flip the top and bottom. And cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent. X over y. That's +3 over 4. All right, we found all 6 trig functions. How about next one? Are you ready for the next one? I'm a little bit tired, but I like teaching. This is my favorite thing to do. Even I feel a little bit tired, but I'm still very happy to do what I'm doing. All right, find 6 trig functions. Now, for example, I don't have this image. And how to find the 6 trig functions? I need a point. Where is that point? It only gave us theta equals 90 degrees. So if I can graph the xy plane, and then the theta equals 90, that means I can find the terminal side. Initial side is here, terminal side is here. So a point on the terminal side is the point I'm looking for. Okay, this point I can say any point on the positive y-axis could be a point I need. And this point has xy coordinates, so I know what is the xy, and I can also find the r's value. So why I'm choosing the point 0, 1? That's an easy point. Why I'm saying that? Because I can find the r easily. So the distance between the point to the origin. So I know that r equals square root of x squared plus y squared. And now I choose the point 0, 1. X equals 0, y equals 1. Then I'm having r equals square root of 1. That is 1. But if I do not do this by my eyes, I can immediately tell that from this point to origin, this is 1. Yeah, that means in the computation, the point 0, 1 bring me less work to find all the 6 trig functions. So let's choose a point 0, 1. Then the 6 trig functions, they are sine theta, or they already gave us the value of theta. We say sine 90 degrees equals y over r. So let's list the x value equals 0. Y's value is 1. R is also 1. So y is 1, r is 1. Sine 90 is 1. How about cosine 90 degrees? That is x over r. What is x? X is 0. R is 1. So cosine 90 is 0. How about tangent? Tangent theta equals y over x. What is the y? Y is 1. What is the x? X is 0. 0 at the bottom, that means undefined. So I do not have this in the real world, so undefined. How about their reciprocals? So the sine's reciprocal is cosecant. Cosecant 90 equals r over y. So flip this one, I'm having 1 over 1, it is 1. So let's move on. Second, 90 degrees equals r over x. So r is 1, x is 0. So this is undefined again. So let's mark it undefined because the bottom cannot be the 0. How about cotangent? Cotangent 90. I got the typo here. Here should be 90 degree. So x over y, x is 0, y is 1. So this is 0. We have two undefined value. So sometimes we may not have the value of the some trig functions. All right, let's move on to see functions value of quadrantal angles. So this is a conclusion. It lists us all the special values of the 6 trig functions. The special angles, they are 0, 90, 180, 270, 360 degrees. So all of these points, they are on the terminal side. They are on the xy axis, maybe on the positive or negative xy axis. All right. You don't have to memorize this table, but you must know how to find the value, like sine 0 degrees, tangent 90 degrees, and how to find the secant 270 degrees. So you need to find the points on the terminal side and then use the ratio, take the ratio, and then find the value of the trig function. All right, let's see if I do not use the table there. So if I'm using the table, I know that sine 90 is 1. So I can put a 1 here. But if I don't remember what is that table, what should I do? I need to find the point on the terminal side. So if I have the angle is 90 degree, where is my terminal side? If I have xy plane, this is 90 degree. I'm rotating counterclockwise. So this one is my terminal side. So I can pick any point on my terminal side. For example, I always pick the simple number. For example, 0, 1. That means my r is 1. It's very easy in the computation. So I can list all the x, y, and r's value. X equals 0, y equals 1, r equals 1. I don't need to do the computation. If you like, you can continue to do this. And x equals 0, y equals 1. And then let's find the sine 90 degrees. And sine 90 degrees equals y over r. So y over r, 1 over 1, that is 1. We're done. How about next one? Second 180. So let's emphasize the 180 first. Where is the endpoint? Where is the terminal side? So if I have the xy plane, from here to here is 180. So I'm trying to find a point here on the terminal side. And then this point's coordinate is -1, 0. So you can tell that from this point to origin, the distance is 1. Or you say, I pick the point -1, 0, x equals -1, y equals 0. I can find my r. R, use the formula x squared plus y squared, it is 1. Or you just skip the step here. say r equals 1. All right, let's see what is the secant. So do you remember the formula of secant? What's the reciprocal of secant? That's cosine. Cosine and secant, they are reciprocal. So secant 180 degrees equals 1 over cosine 180 degree. And I remember that really well, that cosine any angle equals x over r. So reciprocal means make it upside down. So I'm having r over x. So what is the r? R is 1 and x is -1. So I'm having -1. This is my solution. That's the second one, 80 degrees. All right, let's see next 2 examples, maybe challenging ones. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Oh, I need to find what is tangent of 0 degrees and what is the cosecant 270 degrees. So let's see, what is the tangent to 0? I can draw an image. And where is the 0 degrees? That means I didn't rotate at all. So I can have a point. Initial and terminal they are all the positive x-axis. So this point on the terminal side, it is 1, 0. So x value is 1, y's value is 0, r is 1. How to find the tangent 0 degree? This is 0, no theta. What is the formula of tangent? Tangent equals y over x. I don't need to find the r. So y equals 0, x equals 1. So, tangent 0 is 1. Tangent 0 is 0. Oh, the first part is 6 times 0. It's not a good 0. And how about the second part? What is the cosecant 270 degrees? So let's find where is the 270, because this is a positive angle. We are rotating counterclockwise. So from here, initial, and doing this rotation, and then stop here. Make a better one. From here, all the way rotate, I got here. This is my terminal side. So what is the coordinate of this point? This point could be 0, -1. And then the r is 1. So let's see, what is the cosecant 270 degrees? What's the reciprocal of cosecant? Cosecant is a reciprocal of sines. So the sines equals y over r. So its reciprocal is r over y. So let's plug in the y and r's value. R is 1, y is -1. We have -1. Okay, so put the -1 in my expression. So I'm having here is 0, 5 times -1, -5. So this is a solution, -5. And you don't need to show me this part or this part, but if you didn't get the correct solution, you can get the partial credit for your steps. All right, let's see, number 6. What is the, so how to find the cotangent 90 and the cosine 180 degrees? Let's see, let's look at the degree first. Oh, sorry, angle first. 90 degree, where is it? It's here. So the point coordinate is 0, 1. And the r is, so x equals 0, y equals 1, r equals 1. So let's see, do it on the scratch paper. Cotangent 90 degree equals x over y. or you say reciprocal of tangent. So that's x over y. What is the x? X equals 0, y equals 1. So cotangent 90 is 0. So we put 3 times 0 here. And how about the second part? I'm looking for cosine 180. Where is 180? It's a point here. Because I do the rotation, the half full rotation I got here. Then what is the coordinate of this point? So this point is -1, 0. And r equals 1. So here x and y. So I'm looking for cosine 180 degrees. So let's see, what is the expression of cosine? That is the x over r. What is the x? X equals -1, r is 1. Cosine 180 is -1. All right, 2 times -1. All right, so 3 times 0 is 0, and plus 2 times -1, -2. So this is a solution, -2. All right, that's all about 1.3. If you have any question, please let me know. Have a good one. See you next video. Bye.